Do you want an aircraft that can go fast? And I mean really fast. Do you want an aircraft that can hold bombs? And I mean a lot of bombs. Just look at that armament. Just look at it. It's got air targets. It's got bombs. It's got a mix of the two. That's 14 750-pound bombs. 9 1,000-pound bombs. Look at that, how many bombs it has. If you're looking for an aircraft with those properties, boy, do I have the plane for you. The F-105 Thunder Chief at 10.0 at rank 7 in the American Tech Tree, over 1,300 miles an hour, 28-second turn time, 170 meters per second climb at BR of 10.0. This thing's pretty sweet, so we're going to take it on that. And that's right into our first match here. Oh, it's full down tier. Full down tier, 9.0 aircraft. This thing's going to blitz through him. It goes Mach 2 is its maximum capability. It's so fast. This thing is going to rip through him. I use 14 minutes of fuel and two 3,000-pound bombs plus a chaff pod just in case of something like an F4C or a MiG-21. And this is just going to rip. And we have an air spawn, so we can instantly start climbing at Mach 1 and just gets altitude super quickly and just tear across the battlefield with the insane rates of acceleration and insane speed this thing can have. I mean, just taking a look at the scoreboard here, you can see not a single one of these aircraft can touch me. We have F-86s in these lobbies. We have multiple subsonics. It's just going to be a slaughter fest. I'm going to be immune to basically any aircraft. I don't think, unless there's missiles like an SRAM, I'm not going to be able to get hit by anything. I'm just blitzing across the battlefield. I mean, look at these other aircraft. The Q-5, another strike aircraft at 10.0, is just so much slower than me. And I'm already at my base. The match has barely even started. And I'm going at Mach 1.3, 4,000 meters, and I am just going to rip across the battlefield. I haven't even seen an enemy, and they're already going to have a base destroyed. That's how fast this thing is. It is just second as the match is starting, you're basically already at an enemy base. You're already getting points. And once again, you just keep that afterburner on. 14 minutes of fuel is more than enough. Here comes the Hunter. It's a subsonic. Unfortunately, he has SRAM, so I'm going to pull off all of my throttle. So he has no chance to launch those heat seekers. Thank God I did that because otherwise SRAMs would have been an early end of the match here. He's staying on my tail. Unfortunately, I'm losing too much speed, so I'm going to need to return the engine. Launch his missile as soon as I do that, but I can get pull in SRAMs. He might not have even been using the SRAMs here, but somehow I dodge it. Thank God. She's a clunky boat, but she'll get the job done. He dives down. I can stay at my altitude, and I can regain and quickly get back up to Mach 1. It's got great acceleration. As you can already see, we're already at Mach 0.9. And I can just fly over these guys with immunity. That is a MiG-19 down there, which is supersonic, so it could catch me if I'm unlucky, if he pulls up. But I'm already past Mach 1, and I don't think there's much of a chance of him pulling up. Once again, that Yak down there, I'm pretty sure that's not much of a problem for me. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the bomber version of the Interceptor. I am just blitzing back to base already. I mean, match hasn't even started. F-86s are barely into combat at this point, and I'm already heading back to base. Already have everything basically done. Here's a little trick I learned from watching some YouTubers. If there's somebody near your airbase and you get prepared, you can just J out. So what you're about to hear is my live reaction to that SU-7 trying to get me on my airbase. Not about to fall for that one. Naughty, naughty. I'm an idiot. I saw that you were there. It's like, oh, I heard this was going up. Oh, well, it's not any aircraft. Attention to the designated grid square. Another great thing about this aircraft is it has great acceleration when taking off. As you can see, we basically just started to accelerate, and we are already at 200 miles an hour. We are already about to take our nose off the runway and begin to climb. As y'all can see, there's a couple of enemy fighters left, but they're both subsonic, and they're not going to catch me. As you're going to see, I'm already going Mach 0.8, and I am still climbing. I'm still gaining speed really rapidly. I don't think there's much of a chance of them catching me when they're that much further below me. I've got altitude, I've got speed. Only problem might be if some of them still have their missiles left and might be able to hit me with that. As just comparing stats real quick to another 10.0 strike aircraft, he's so much lower than me and has so much of a worse bomb load. This is why I'm saying this thing's kind of in a league of its own in terms of bomb load and speed. Speaking of bombing, we're here at a base, and this is basically how your gameplay is going to be. You're going to fly out, bomb, return to base, and then bomb again. It's just so fast. Like, oh my god, it's so fast. You can do whatever you want in these down tiers. Like, it's genuinely absurd how much you can do in these down tiers. None of these planes here can catch me. You can't catch me. You couldn't catch me. You couldn't catch me. None of the remaining aircraft could catch me here. And I don't even know what the enemies have, but I know they couldn't catch me. It's so fast. And it's great that it's at 10.0, because if it's at 10.3, it'd be way worse. Because in 11.3 matchup, you're fighting some of the best radar missiles in the game. 10.0, full up tier, you're still fighting. I mean, it's pretty bad, because you'll start to fight some really annoying radar missiles on Russian aircraft. Oh my god. It's just absurd. This aircraft's just absurd. Right here, I'm about going on the deck to show y'all just how fast this thing can go on the deck. Fly it low. Here's the problem. Here's Shell 13 and another aircraft that's about to pop up really shortly. I don't have the altitude advantage anymore. This is a subsonic aircraft that could turn in onto me and could take me out. However, a great strength of this thing is because it's basically a bomber, 90% of the people are going to ignore it. They're not going to fire at you unless they have missiles. Unless it's like an F4C launched an AIM-7D and a head-on, you're going to be fine. So this CL-13, he's in a dogfight. I'm already going faster than him. I bet he doesn't have any missiles left if that's the missile carrying CL-13. He can't hit me. He's too preoccupied. And here I come out to the base. I'm ripping it over Mach 1 at sea level, basically. CL-13, he's going to be dying in a few seconds. And that other base respawns. Fortunately, I can't get it, so I have to fly to the further away one. Once again, I'm fine on fuel. And this is where our biggest problem comes in. Bombs and War Thunder like to do that. So I'm not going to get the full base here. That's where you're going to have the largest amount of lost research points. It's not from dying. It's not from dying before getting to a base. It's going to be from these stupid bombs not acting out bombs do. But once again, here I'm just going to turn around, and that's game. I got 2.5 bases. I felt really good about that. It's a great way to show the strengths of this aircraft, I feel. This match is just fantastic for that. I mean, look at how much I just got there. Is that going to be every match? No. Was that a pretty good match? Yes. But this is probably the best grinder at rank 7. I mean, the F5C is great if you're a fighter. F4S Phantom's great if you're a new player, but this is just so consistent with its returns, and especially if you've got premium time on. Up into our second match of the day here, and as you can see, it's basically full up tier. It's 9.7 to 10.7. Not great for me. I'm going to be fighting a lot more advanced missiles. A lot more aircraft are going to be able to catch me than in a full down tier, but I'm still very fast. I still have very good acceleration. Hopefully, I should be able to fly under the radar and be able to get to my bases. That's why I'm bringing the chaff pod right now. I normally bring the chaff pod with me, but right now it's really necessary just in case I run into some of those aircraft like the J-70 that have those really effective radar missiles at the steer. So right now, as you can see, I'm racing towards my base. My RWR is going to ping like crazy, so I got to knock the chaff because I don't know what's going to fire to me. And there you're going to see a big problem with this aircraft. She's big. She's heavy. She does not like to turn. Thank God that these are early radar missiles that I can just chaff like that. Unfortunately, that burns a lot of my energy. I'm still going above Mach 1. Still going really fast. Thank God it's an altitude map with mountains. Unfortunately, the rest of my team seems to be tunnel visioned on that particular tunnel there with that base. So I'm just going to pull off to the side. I'm fine. Not getting that base. Sorry, I had to kill a mosquito real quick. And there you're going to see a Mirage. Mirage is a massive threat to me. He's probably the biggest enemy to me, considering his Magic 1s. Mirage, the Matra R540s. Very, very good radar missiles this year. Thankfully, he doesn't see me. As I said last match, the strength of this aircraft, same for a lot of the other aircraft I like to propose and make videos on, is it goes unseen. So I drop off my bombs. I'm doing fine on fuel, about half fuel. This is a larger map, so I probably should have brought more fuel with me. I pull up. I am going near 1,000 miles an hour. They cannot catch me. I ripped 1,000 miles an hour, getting to my base basically. So I'm pulling around. See, there's the Mirage. He's firing off a missile. That's a really dangerous radar missile. I hope he's out of missiles. I don't remember if that's a Mirage that has multiple missiles or not. So I'm pulling away. I'm looking around for him. I see his contrail. This is bad. You know, I'm spooked. I don't know if he's diving down on me. So I level out. I'm low to the deck. Same stuff as always. And I see he's pulling away. Now here, I'm in a pretty bad position, in my opinion. I don't have a lot of fuel left. Like, not a ton at all. And it's a big map. So there's not a chance I can really afterburn my way back. Unfortunately, on the flip side of that, these jets are all fighters, and they
all they might not have a ton of fuel either, but they're gonna be way quicker accelerators than me, and they don't have to make it back to base. A lot of fighters get shot down to War Thunder. They're fine with getting shot down as long as they get a clear to. I don't want to be shot down. I'm a bomber. I want to stay in the match as long as possible, get as long as wars as possible. Here's a J-7D. This is one of the aircraft I was talking about earlier. He has really good radar. So I just don't want him to get on my 6, so I try to pull in, avoid his guns. And he's a Delta Wing. Thankfully, he's a Delta Wing. If he was not a Delta Wing, I might have been dead there. Delta Wings burn way too much of their energy on a turn, so right now I'm ripping it Mach 1.2. So yeah, it's really rare to get a C-Mach 1.2 in a normal aircraft. I don't know how I outpulled that missile there. That makes no sense. That aircraft, I don't know what the A5 has, but it's at 10.7. It probably doesn't have just an A9B equivalent. So I outrun that, or I outpulled it, or I did something with that. It doesn't hit me. But a lot of aircraft, they're not going to be even matching your speed and level flight before they merge with you. And if it's a Delta Wing and they turn to merge with you, they're going to be out of a lot of speed. So you just have to hope that you are going fast enough that by the time they turn around, they're not going to be able to hit you with a missile. Here's that me turning off afterburner. I turned it back on just out of fuse that aircraft behind me. I want to get back to base as soon as possible. I also don't know where really the base is on this map. So I'm pulling up, I'm pulling around, and I know it's right over that hill. I just checked the map. And I'm feeling good. I'm really low on fuel, but the rest of my team's doing fine. They're keeping the enemies preoccupied. And this aircraft is doing exactly what it should do in order to get you research points. In order for you to do well in this aircraft, you really just have to hope that your teammate is your team is creating enough of a diversion for the enemy. That they are occupying the enemy's time so that you can just slip on in and bomb those bases and get that RP. So this aircraft can hold a lot more bombs, as you saw earlier, than just the 2 3,000-pound bombs. However, I don't rock with more than 2 3,000-pound bombs because you're getting a lot more drag, and the 2 3,000s give you your highest multiplier and still take out the base. So here you're going to see why I hate War Thunder as a game in general, because the game is made to make you rage and be very angry. So I'm getting really close to base. Max zone is over, but I can taste that base. I'm going really fast. I can basically make it that base. I'm going Mach 1.2 plus Mach 1.3ish. And I'm an idiot. I turn off my afterburner. I'm like, I can make it. And then there's nobody left. So I get there right as the match ends. And this happens a lot in War Thunder. The game's basically somehow designed by Gaijin to give you the worst luck ever at the worst moment. So I only get one base off. Still get a really good match out of that. But for this aircraft, one thing I will say is that crew points really matter. So vitality, when you're in a jet aircraft, in my opinion, doesn't matter. In general, it doesn't matter, but logistical services, you want to get these maxed out. I don't have enough points right now for reload speed, but you just want to make sure you can keep on getting up back into the air as soon as possible. You're in an F-105, you don't have defensive armament. All of these are great for knowing where your enemies are, specifically these two. This is great for being able to turn around quicker, because you can pull harder Gs for longer. Not very important. So the F-105 is a fantastic aircraft, and I think, in my opinion, the best grinder for ranks 6, 7, and 8. This is what I used to get the F-15, the F-5E, and the F-104C. I used the F-105D to grind all of those aircraft out. It's got to be almost all the way to the F-101A all alone. This aircraft, these other aircraft are fine, but this one's just so consistent with its results. I highly recommend using the F-105D in most circumstances. So I will see you all later, and make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell.